I know I see racket in your. I make you want to build the family. I'm not here we go to level. Teachers say you look good, don't give me that. Wake it up, feel it up, that many done, think it up. Nothing feel better than when a good girl start to quit it up and link it up. That means a special now we pimp it up. Going night like that. Baby, you're full of comfort. What make you want?
All right, welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. You are with USourceMEDIA, Beans, and I got with me today, the 1LawdGad.
Live, 1LawdGad, live from the UK, representing.
There it is. And look, last time we had a chat with 1LawdGad was pre him coming out here to Australia. You know, we were doing a podcast style over the laptop, so, you know, those like questions just about the country and what you knew out here, but we're going to get him to know him on a bit more personal level today. So, you know, let's get straight into it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You enjoying yourself out here?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Like, I've been to a lot of places.
Already?
Still not a lot because Australia is so big. So, yeah.
That it is.
That
This is a big country out here and plenty of places to go see. And we're really spread out too, so
yeah,
it can take time to travel from one to the next. But yeah, look, you've done a few shows out here.
Yep.
Why don't we just start with a bit of your music background?
Yeah.
All right, with sort of things we didn't touch base on before. So how did it all get started for 1LawdGad?
Yeah, so basically I started doing music 3 years ago. I used to be football player before in the UK and representing my country, Jamaica, in youth level under 17. And then I made my first song, like my first song in 2019, but it was just for my team. In the UK, I have a dance squad called Suave Squad. So we used to go into the dancehall parties and we used to dance.
Hey.
And then obviously I created a song for all the team members in the group, and then it used to play in the clubs, and then everyone was like saying, you could do music. But also my music background, my mom does music. So obviously it was in my genes to do music anyway.
Yeah.
So when I started it, my mom got me a computer in the quarantine, 2020, and then it's history from there on till now.
And I guess it's a good time to start it too. Quarantine, not much else to
Quarantine,
do, so
yeah.
You're probably getting lots of practice in, right?
Yeah.
How long did you stay out in the UK for from Jamaica?
So I went to the UK 2009. So I've been in the UK from 2009. I was 15 them times there. So I still live most of my life in Jamaica until move into the UK now. So 2009 till now, that's like 13 years now.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a lot. So I spend a lot of my life as well in the UK. So I've got both cultures like mixed in now. So to put into the music.
Yeah, a lot of Jamaicans out in the UK too, I believe.
Yeah.
So did you find much of a difference in the culture as far as the music, the crowd that you were hanging with, what you wanted to do personally?
Yeah, because remember in my early stages of being in the UK, it was football, and there is no better country than to be in the UK for football when it comes to that, because they have one of the best leagues, if not the best league in the world.
That's very true.
The Premier League is the most competitive league, and that's what I used to aim for. But now, obviously, it's music, so the music culture is not that big as how the football culture was. So dancehall music is a small part. And then obviously I'm glad to be a part of that to try and expand it more worldwide within the UK, because there's just a little bit, like Australia is smaller in terms of the music and how much places you
definitely.
go.
We still have a long way to go.
But the UK still has a long way to go.
Okay.
In order to get the music more into the clubs, mainstream, like the proper clubs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've come looking from over here, it looks pretty big over there, but I guess when you're from there and sort of seeing what happens over there, it's a completely different sort of view. So, and it's dope, and we love getting artists out here in Australia from overseas.
Yeah.
We love getting international artists. And on that note, you've been doing this music thing just for a few years now, you were saying, and you're already out here, you're already traveling.
Yeah, I know.
You're an international artist, man.
Right now.
So your profile, you're an international artist, you done left your shores, you done come here, and we're always happy to have people like you. So how does that make you feel though?
It's like I'm so excited, I'm overwhelmed with what's going on. I can take this experience to go back into my country, into the UK, you get me? And and proceed like what I know and my knowledge into the music more and focus on how do I get from this level now to that level. So I have I've got my plans to go to Jamaica where the music is obviously the root and to proceed the career even further. But obviously first thing, get the experience, go back into my hometown, give it to my people, and my people appreciate what I've done in this time for the dancehall scene in the UK.
Nice,
Yeah.
definitely. And just, you know, just on that note, don't forget to check out 1LawdGad. You know, on all his socials, his YouTube, got some dope videos and all that.
Definitely.
But, you know, speaking about experience and learning while you're on the road and out there and
Yeah.
about, we were having a chat earlier on and you were mentioning, you know, you'd learn a few things already while you're out here that you
Yeah.
can maybe incorporate when you take back home with you.
Yeah.
You know, would you like to touch base on that for maybe the other cats that are trying to come up?
Yeah, so I've learned a lot. Like with this crowd, it's a different crowd. So first of all, you have to perform. You have to perform and gravitate
Yes.
and make the people gravitate to what you're doing because they don't know you and you don't know them like that much because the scene is not that big,
Yep.
the culture. So when I come over here, I learn from Turbulence. He was a good mentor to be on tour with. Basically, as a elder artist who was more experienced, I've been out there in the world, so I've watched how he interacts with the crowd, and now I have that, and I feel more confident already with my performance. Like I'm ready for the biggest stage because I know now how to interact with the people. I know now what to get out of them, and so my main focus now is to get a song that's worldwide hit. And then that's the rest of it because I feel like I know how to master the performance stage of it. Yes, you need a hit song, and also you have to have the courage and know how to integrate people within your performance. So yeah.
There you go. A few hints and tips for, you know, the ones trying to come up. You know, and it's always worth listening to the ones that are doing it. You know, like I said, international artists took the time to come away from home. He's out here showing love to, you know, our country and the people who love the music out here.
Yeah.
And we're there performing. We're there standing in the front, you know, hands up and all that stuff. Look, recently we just had the Jamaican Music and Food Festival, and yourself was, you know, one of the main acts. How do you feel about the festivals over here? That is, you know, Victoria is the reggae capital.
Yeah, and it's great. I like the festival was brilliant because there's a lot of interaction with the crowd as well. They were brilliant for the stage show. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. So obviously the music, it's great to see a lot of cultures as well within in this culture. A lot of race within the culture. So I see all different kind of people and they're enjoying the music. That just shows what the music can do. So
that's right. It brings a lot of people together.
Put together, yeah.
Tell me about performing with an artist like Turbulence. You know,
where do I
big
start?
league.
Where do I start? It's a big league because Turbulence used to be an artist that I grew up with. Grew up listening to. May I say, I correct myself. So you know when he used to go to school, he used to sing that song, Need Your Name and Number. We used to sing that song, we used to recreate it in school from I was a little boy, like about 6, 7, going to school in Jamaica, 5, 6, 7, all of that time. We used to do that in primary school. We used to remix Turbulence songs. So it's a song that we always, and then now to be on the same stage as him, now to be in the same place as him, now to talk to him about music, and he's telling us all the history that he has been through. Basically what he used to do, that's what I'm doing now. So he used to open up shows for like Sizzler, Capitan, all these people.
Wow.
And now I'm opening shows for him.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he basically tell me, as soon as he talked to me and tell me, you're a great artist, you know, great artist. And I seen the improvement already from being on the tour with him. And then we be like that on the tour, and he doesn't left me out. Everything he does, he involved me.
Look, we saw he gave you a big shout out on the tour.
On the tour,
He gave a big shout out at the festival. So it's good to see, you know, it's good to see when networks like that sort of come to fruition and you know artists gain from that.
Yeah.
It's not easy out there. It's not easy out there for artists. The music scene out here even is not easy, especially. Let me ask you, what do you think about our ladies out here?
Oh,
Now,
God.
festivals tend to bring out the best of people. They try to bring out the, The
Yeah.
exoticness of people.
I know.
And I know at this festival we had all sorts of beautiful ladies there.
Yeah, I know.
All colourful and all that.
I know. So there's a lot of beautiful ladies out here, Australia, and then
Yeah.
there's a lot of beautiful ladies, and they're interacting with me. So that's great as well, because it doesn't matter. Like probably like in other countries, beautiful ladies might be too like that. You get what I mean?
Be shy.
Yeah, every lady they know their beauty, but they all just, it's like there's a togetherness. I don't see like the bad mind or anything like that within the crowd or people hating on each other. I don't see it. Maybe it's here, I don't know. But the ladies are brilliant. They receive me well, and I love that. So big up to the Australian ladies.
There you go, the 1LawdGad. What cities have you been to since you've been out here? Tell us about some of the shows that you've done.
Yeah, so my first city that I've been to is Perth. So I landed in Perth, and my first show was the 2nd of December in Perth. Then my next show was the 3rd, and we went to Margaret River. So I'm going to start with Perth before I go to Margaret River. Perth was brilliant as well. Went to a club called Mojo's. The promoter was brilliant, so big up DJ Kobe. She was brilliant to me, like brilliant accommodation. The owners of the accommodation was brilliant. They was from the UK as well, so it's great. When I was speaking to them, the apartment was A-class in Perth. Went to the club, the owner of the club, they treat us good. Everything was set up good. The people, It was my first show, so I was nervous.
Yeah, no
Not
doubt,
to say I
no
was
doubt.
nervous. I go up there and I done my song, but I done it quick. Like quick. I should have stayed longer. But I was up there for a while, but I should have stayed longer. I done it quick. I get my wristband. The crowd was moving. The crowd was singing my song, and it was going on. But then I come off the stage. Then I watch Turbulence for the first time now on the stage, and I see what it does, and I sit. I didn't all up and jumping up. I watched him, and then when I watched him and I see what he does, the next performance now, when we went to Margaret River, I'd showcase what I watched and what I learned from there, and it was even a better performance. And him himself come and said, "You performed brilliant out there just then," and it was great for me. From the day he said that, I said yes. No, I'm on the tour. No, I'm ready. No, I'm on the tour.
Real quick, you picked that up real quick.
Yeah. So that's what it is. You have to learn real quick in this environment, because you get the opportunity. It only come once. You have to make use and make the best use of the opportunity.
100%.
That's what I did.
All right. Where else?
So after Margaret River, we went to Sydney. But on the way to Sydney, one thing happened. The plane couldn't land, so we had to land in Brisbane. So I get to see Brisbane. Brisbane was beautiful. I wish I had a show in Brisbane. To me, it's the city where we stay. Maybe because I haven't seen everything in these other cities, but Brisbane the colors was beautiful. The places had very different colors on the buildings.
Yeah.
It was like purple in the city, and the hotel was nice as well in Brisbane. That was like a 5-star hotel, I think it was. That was my second, if not my first favorite. No, my second favorite accommodation.
Okay.
Because then I went to Sydney. So when we went to Sydney now, the next day, obviously they put us in a hotel in Brisbane, and then we went to Sydney on the next day. When we landed in Sydney, we had a bad experience. I could talk about that. Obviously we had a bad experience when we pull up. We was on a place, and then we see there was like, I think it's prostitutes. Yeah. And they was walking up on, and they was like, "Oh, are you ready? Ready." They was doing all of that.
I know what areas it was.
Yeah, we was in a place that there was like bear shops, and when we went up to the accommodation, it's true though. I have to be honest on the interview. I'm telling you my experience.
No doubt, man. No doubt. This is what happens when you're out on tour. Hey,
this is what happens.
Out on tour.
It's crazy.
These are the stories we're gonna hear.
But you're gonna hear some stories about the tour, man. And this is one of it. I just wanna be real on this interview. You know what I mean? So we went up to the accommodation. We didn't like what we see, so we decided that we're not staying here. Yeah. And then the promoter had to book a new accommodation for us, like within minutes, because we needed somewhere to stay. And they put us in a really, really, really good accommodation. I think that's the best. That's my favorite, because it was an apartment. Yeah. And me, Turbulence, his road manager, we all stayed there. So there's 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms.
So everybody together.
We all stayed there. There was pool. There was everything. There was a pool, there was a jacuzzi, there was...
Oh, snap.
Yeah, there was a
Sound like an
sauna.
upgrade from the previous spot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for
I
real.
went in the sauna like a couple of times. I went in the sauna all the time. I refresh my body, feel energized again. I swim in the pool, even though I can't swim really, people. Don't worry. I swim in the pool a few times just to experience everything. I
Yep,
didn't want to
yep.
miss nothing. If they're going for food, I want to eat the best food.
Yeah.
Everything. I go into the pool and that just for the experience. It's the memory. It's not something that I would do every day, going to the pool or whatever. But it's just to appreciate every single thing that they gave to us. No point getting all of that and don't
Then you just
use
look at
it.
it. Just
Yeah,
look
just
at
look
it,
at it.
don't
It's
even
there.
use it,
The
yeah.
pool is there. That and just stayed in room. So I walked the place. I look in Sydney. Everything like that. Sydney was great also. What about the show? The show wasn't so popular
Okay.
because there was a bit of a mistake the promoter made, because on the day of the show or the day before he changed the venue, but a lot of people didn't know. So the previous venue
snap. Yeah,
on the
okay.
night, a lot of people went to that venue. You get what I mean? So when we're there, it wasn't that much, but we still put in the work, and then people loved it. The people that was there loved it.
You still got to show up for the people that made the
Yeah.
effort, I guess.
That's
yeah,
what it
that's
is.
what's up. That's love, and people will remember that.
Yeah.
The smaller crowd, they'll remember that.
And
Shame.
Yeah, I know.
A
And
bit of a
then-
mistake that happens there, but yeah, changing
Yeah.
venues last minute can obviously.
And then the
cause-
last show now that we did was the JMFF, Jamaica Music Food and Festival. You get me? So that was the last show we did, and that was the best show. The most people, the production, all of it was obviously A class, because of obviously if you got a lot of fans and a lot of people there, you're gonna say that's the best show.
100%.
And that's what it is. The people treat us right. We go, the time was set, everything was organized. We'll be on the stage, we do a thing, then Turbulence bring me on again after I perform for the people, and then that was my best moment in the tour, because I got brought on in front of all the
The whole
supporters.
crowd.
The
yeah,
whole crowd
yeah,
that
I
was
remember
there.
that. I was standing
Yeah.
right at the front. I remember that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Definitely. All right, so you had some good times while you've been out here already.
Yeah.
What's left for while you're out here? I believe you got maybe another show coming up. And
Yeah.
a few days to kill. What's the plan?
So basically, I've got one more show on Saturday. This Saturday. So people, if this is out before then come out this Saturday. This is my last show. It's gonna be at the Corner Hotel, and it's a lot of other artists on there, a lot of DJs on there. But obviously, I'm the main act on there.
Oh, there you go.
So that's my show basically. That's my show. The other shows
Nice.
I was like supporting Turbulence. No, I'm the headline for this show. So this is gonna be my favorite show because it's my show as well. You get what I mean? So this is my chance now to own my crowd and to say, you know what, Australia, thanks for having me and goodbye. This is it. I hope to be here again for you people.
All right, cool. That's what's up. Look, I'm feeling like a little sip, so we might just take a little 5-minute break and come back,
Yep.
talk to the people, finish that off.
Yeah, I'm ready.
But yeah, it's been dope. Cheers, fam.
Cheers, bro.
I believe I really pop, y'all, like feeling pop. When the boss said, when the city six rock, jump on the easy start. One time I'm gonna beat it back, see no say, and a secret that. If you hear my song in a party and the band just wheel it back. A long time man see the way. Let come on down, we don't want you to talk about things from me, the happy bugger. We don't do more you want, we do more me. I know someone but I go, hey, the power, we have the see the land of the feeling. Hey, me and you up, I know you want the feeling.
All right, welcome back. And
Yeah.
you know, usually we have the coffee in our breaks, but it's a bit late in the day now, so we're just gonna cheers to a nice drink,
It's a nice drink.
celebrate proper. But who are your inspirations coming up? Like heavy inspirations, even if it was somebody local to your area.
Like musically or overall?
Musically, overall, what really makes you tick? What makes 1LawdGad tick and really just want to do what he does on a daily basis and aim for them goals that he's aiming for?
So right now, on my current, in my life now, I would say my kids, that makes me want to do what I do right now.
One love.
My kids and my mom. Obviously, was her dream. She wanted to be a musician, you know what I mean? And she couldn't do it because obviously dad wasn't around, so obviously she had to sacrifice that for her kids.
Make sure you're always straight.
Yeah, so she did that. You know what the mothers do, really. Fathers maybe would go out there and still try like what I'm doing now for my kids, you get me? Like I have to be out here doing all of this. But yeah, growing up though, my inspiration was Cristiano Ronaldo, you know what I mean? Like, I used to watch him, I learned from him because football was my passion. You get what I mean? So he was the player that I look up to and like trying to follow his lifestyle and try to, I'm not be like him, but have this motivation of what he does. You get what I mean?
That's swag. He's
So
he's got his own sort of class.
not just
about him.
football, it's just his mentality in general. Because I take that same mentality that I had from football into music, and this is why I work so hard. This is why I believe in hard work, and that's what Cristiano Ronaldo is basically. So I do the same now what I was doing for football for music, and I'm seeing the results moving really fast.
Good.
Yeah.
Other inspirations, musical then.
So musical inspirations now, I would start by saying Vybz Kartel. First of all, big up Bob Marley. Bob Marley, well, obviously, he's what paved this way for us right now, for the genre of dancehall to ban from reggae music. So big up Bob Marley, but I can't say Bob Marley was my inspiration because I was too young. So I'm not gonna lie and say that. But it was Vybz Kartel at the start, Vybz Kartel. And then I used to obviously listen to Movado and that because obviously there was rival, but Vybz Kartel was the main. And then it transitioned into Alkaline. Alkaline is like after Vybz Kartel because Alkaline was more of my generation as well. Vybz Kartel was a little bit older than us, but he was been around so long, so we knew about Vybz Kartel before was going primary. But when I get a little bit older, Alkaline come along, and then Alkaline was my inspiration. And now there's a lot of inspiration. Like I look up to a lot of dancehall artists now. I could say Skilibeng, Chronicler, Popcorn. These are all from the place I'm from, St. Thomas. I could say obviously other Tammy Lee, all these other great artists that's been doing it and paving the way for us artists like myself. 1LawdGad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any artists in the UK that you aspire to since you've been there? That was a lot of Jamaican ones. Which,
Yeah.
You know, understandably, like you said, they paved the way. But what about in the UK from that culture transition that you had to make?
Yeah,
was there anything from the UK where you were like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this as well?
There's a lot of great artists in the UK, and I'm proud to be a part of that now. I'm proud to be a part of the new generation. I'm proud to know the history of the old generation before I came to the UK. So I would say like there's an artist, obviously Styler G, we would consider him as the king of the UK, like with all the barriers that he breaks for artists like myself and others. I would say now currently as well, you have like, there's an artist called Shanti Force, he's really brilliant. There's an artist called Big Zeeks, you have Dirara, you have Prince Hakeem. You have a lot, I could name all day, Beanie G, Pierre, I could name G Blacks, like Doobie Bling, Scuba Bling, all these artists, they're trying just like myself. And all we can do, some of them just need opportunity, and then some of them just probably need to work a little bit harder to gain what they want, or probably they have their plan of how they want to structure their career. So each to their own, but these are all artists that has potential to go to the next level, you know.
Nice, nice.
Not to mention the females. Don't worry, females, there's too much good artists over there, too much of you. So after this, we got the man them fam now, but the females, look out. The females in the UK, they are brilliant. They are sick.
How would you, the opportunities that you'd say the artist needs, sort of things, what do you see those opportunities are? Like, what do you think needs to be more out there, or you would have liked to have more out there?
In the UK itself.
In the UK?
So, in the UK, because if it's worldwide, I would say there's too much opportunities worldwide.
Yeah.
Like
once you cross that border?
Social media. It's the biggest thing. You gotta master it now because that's the world we're living in. Social media, technology, everyone's on the phone. We have to master that. And it's not easy as people think, oh, throw up a video and you will get the numbers. No.
Everybody watching you already. Nah, you gotta play this game.
It still takes pushing out there, interacting with people, getting them to be associated with you, and then they will then transition that love that they have for you physically into social media. So, but in the UK, I would say more respect, like respect what the artists are doing. Especially, obviously, you know, you have artists that make it bad for others. They're with the unprofessionalism. But then the ones who are professional suffer sometimes for the unprofessional ones, and they don't probably treat it in the same way. And it's a lot of who you know, really. It's not only about your talent. So I learned that really quick. I figured that really quick because obviously I said I learned from my mom because I seen what she had to go through when she was trying to be her music. They will do all of these things. So I already knew that. So I knew what to expect from them. But then sometimes you have to rethink again. All right, then that's what they're doing. Find another way. Don't just give up as an artist. I'm telling you, all you artists in the UK that's trying. It's a difficult road, but just believe in what you're doing. I believe in what I'm doing, and that's why I'm here right now, doing this and representing the UK, really.
Beautiful, and I guess when you really believe in what you're doing, it doesn't really matter what roadblocks you're going to face, and you know what opportunities you don't get, because you're going to find them, and you're going to, source them out on your own.
Yeah.
Now look, just to bring it back a little bit, USourceMEDIA, and I guess the reason why we do this out here, is to really highlight our talents out here. You know, we got plenty out here, as you've already,
and I would like
as
to
you've already walked through and seen and networked with. We got much talent out here, but you know the opportunities can be lacking in its own way. I guess what we're trying to do, play a little part in that game, is you know, give those artists an opportunities where they can speak and do these sort of interviews and all that sort of stuff. But one thing also that plays a part of that is when we get international acts like yourself and big ones, like Turbulence and things like that, because when you all come out, it gives us an opportunity to get some of our artists on that stage too.
They integrate it. They do the same.
And showcase some of their thing in front of a larger crowd because the show's being fun.
They do the same.
Do you find there was that similar love in the UK? Did you find artists from outside of the UK coming in, and that would give you an opportunity to perform in a bigger crowd?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This even the podcast here is similar to what's happening in the UK. Okay. Because it's happening in Jamaica as well, but we're talking about UK and Australia now. But obviously, this give the artists here a chance to integrate with us. Yes. It's the same for me when I was in the UK. When artists come from Jamaica or wherever they come from, it's give us an opportunity. That's the opportunity. That's like you train every day and now you reach to the World Cup. Yeah. That's the World Cup for us. So we go and showcase our talent. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. In circles, certain promoters will just use you as the local acts, and they don't treat
just
you.
To try and bring
just to bring it to cause or whatever and get you to promote. But they don't treat it that way, because when you turn up to the event, as I say, the good suffer for the bad. Sometimes people just go. Other artists will just turn up and go to the event anyhow, no rehearse, no preparation, just turn up and just try to sing 2 songs. That's for people who are not professional. That's where someone just want to entertain now. But for the ones who are professional,
hype type thing, they just a quick in and out.
For the ones who are professional, who take time, who want to improve, who want to showcase their talent to the fans and supporters, it make it hard for us, because when we go there, we probably only get 1 song to do. And all of these things, just because obviously artists like that don't take it professional do that, and they know, and they limit our time then, and to just give the time. That's what I'm saying. This is the biggest thing for me so far in my career, because I don't get that. I do my time on the stage. I get to work and give the people what they deserve, what they pay their money to come and see. You get what I mean? So that's the only thing in the UK that I don't like, and that's what I aim to change. Promoters giving artists more respect. If you're going to put artists on the bill, don't put 10 or so. Put 2 or 3 that you can pay them properly, you can treat them properly, and give them the right time.
Let them really showcase.
Else don't put no artists. Just keep the international artists alone, and that's it. Don't use us. Don't put us on your dance or your party to promote your party and then treat us like that. That's what I try to change.
All right. So there you go. Some roadblocks right there, 100%. But you know, in saying all that, like, it is a massive opportunity for local acts out here in Australia. So we always appreciate when artists come through, and you know, we recognise the network and how much it can build on both sides. Even for a company like USource, you know what I mean? What we're doing right now, we're hoping to network with people outside of this country. Where to from here? After we leave the shores, back to the UK or Jamaica, wherever you may be traveling, what's the plans?
So
everything that you
I won't tell them all the plans.
No, not everything, but like,
I'll give them.
I know there's a different hype about it now.
There's an EP coming in the near future. I would say in the New Year's. There's a music video coming like before the year done. Like, I'm trying to drop it by the end of December or something like that. For one of my songs, I'm trying on the DJ Assassin Rhythm. My main focus is to get Lift It Up, which is my #1 song, to the biggest level. To the biggest level it can go. So all my promotions, everything. I'm putting
what's up.
all my energy and strength.
That's what's up.
And people in the UK and Australia, I need you guys. I need you guys to share it, send it to your friends, send it all over. That's the only way I'm going to get it to the top.
Lift it up. Yeah. Hey, this song right here, I didn't even say it properly right now, but you need to check this one out.
Yeah.
I've had this one in my head for the last week, ever since I sort of heard about it when I saw Homie performing at the show. But like he said, show him the love. Show him the love he deserves.
Yep.
Great performer out here. Came all this way to show us the love and what he does. So, you know, we're always going to give that back.
Yeah. And I
We're going to
respect
give
that.
that back. Any recording out here so far? You're
No.
networking with the artists. How's all that going?
Yeah, so I'm networking with artists. I know a few artists, obviously, from the show. Some keep in contact, some is more active on the Instagram and stuff. So obviously, I can't remember his name properly, the R&B artist.
Pasika.
Yeah, so
I hope you're watching this, fam.
Yeah, I listened to some of his song, and his voice is really good and the stuff. So we will get to know him as well and do a kind of a crossover song with him. Like he sings the R&B bit and I will do the dancehall bit. It's great. Like,
Sounds like a good collaboration right there.
it would be a good collaboration for the UK and the Australia together, you know what I mean? And then that could be probably the first. You never know in terms of dancehall music, I would say. But it probably other rappers or whatever have done it before. But yeah, it would be great to do that. I haven't recorded a song yet. And I'm really disappointed because I needed studio when I'm here. I went one time to a studio in Perth. That's to do dub plates. I haven't recorded a song, but I had so much song. I wrote so much song. I wrote like 3 songs here already that I would record. And then I have other songs that I already have and I would like to record it in Australia and do a video here. That's what I needed.
Why don't you tell them how long you're staying out here so we can sort of get a bearing? Because for all y'all that watching this, and if this does come out in enough time before you leave, link up. Link up. You're in the studio, you want to do something, link up.
Link up, yeah, because I'm here until Tuesday, so it's a bit like right around the corner. It's gone quick, but I've been here from November the 30th. I've been in Australia, but not Melbourne. I came to Melbourne like, I would say the 9th. I came to Melbourne the 9th of December, and then the show was the next day. So I was in Melbourne for just one day, and then it was show time, work time. So obviously it's now, after the 10th, I had all that day to do studio, but I didn't get I asked questions and I didn't get no studio, so I had to just sit in my room and record on my phone, you know what I mean? But it's disappointing because when I'm in the UK, I record a song every single day. You know what I mean? That's
putting in work.
That's
an artist right
that's
there.
my hobby.
Every single day.
Every single day I record a song. So if I get bored,
day.
I will record. I watch less TV. It's the most I've watched TV from I know myself now. Is when I'm in Australia now, I watch bare TV because I have no studio. But when I'm back home, I don't really watch TV because I don't put my time. I put my time in the computer and trying to find new melodies, new flows, all of that. Yeah.
And right there is sort of a one-on-one to this music shit, I guess, too. Like, put your time where you really want it, you know what I mean? Put your energy where you really want it. Yeah. And I guarantee you're going to start making moves like 1LawdGad here.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a beautiful thing. Shame you haven't got the chance to record, but hopefully we can, we hear something before you get out of here.
Definitely.
There is plenty of talent out here, plenty of people.
And I want to shoot a music video. So if I do, all the Australian people come out for that music video. Let's have fun. Let's show what Australia's about. You know what I mean? And then I'll put it into that video. And then when you see that video, it is Australia, you will see.
I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I mean? For the second time, but like we're live in person now.
Yep.
It's been a hell of an experience getting to know you, getting to know what you do out here, seeing you perform, seeing how you feel about our country, and I know that a lot of people that was at these festivals enjoyed seeing you.
Yeah, they did.
Because that's just how we do out here. We love seeing these acts come out while we go support. But just, one last time, let them know where we can find all your stuff. Let them know where exactly to go. So
my actual artist name is LawdGad, not 1LawdGad. Basically, my Instagram name is 1LawdGad, which is 1 LawdGad. So that's 1LawdGad. And then my artist name is LawdGad. So take the 1 off and it's LawdGad. And for Facebook, it's LawdGad. For Twitter, it's 1LawdGad. For Snapchat, it's LawdGad.
You got them all.
For Twitter, it's
YouTube.
1LawdGad. but most importantly, people, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I hope they will put this in the video. Obviously, it's 1LawdGad Vivo. That's my YouTube channel. So if you want to get to me, I really need subscribers. I need to be monetized, and that's what I aim for. I don't want to pay for it. I want authentic. So I need you guys, and I need you to subscribe. Don't just watch the videos, because yeah, I get the watch time, but I don't get the subscribers in which I want. I'm halfway there, and I need your help. That's it. 1LawdGad Vivo. So 1LawdGad Vevo. 1LawdGad Vivo.
You had a show the next day. How did that go? Tell us about the show you had out in the country. I remember we had the Jamaican festival, and then another homie was doing a festival out in the country. Can't believe we almost forgot this.
I can't believe I forgot that show. And that show was brilliant. It was the Kenyan Independence Day. Big up to
January
all.
Day.
Yes.
Yeah, January.
Big up to all my Africans. I love you. My fans in Africa, in Kenya, in Ghana, in Gambia, in South Africa, all of those places. I love you. And Zimbabwe. Big up Zimbabwe as well. So for the Kenyan people, they showed me great love. Like the energy was mad. When I say Wedike, they say lift it up loudly. I think that was the most I get. And the festival as well, because there was more numbers. But people who got involved, it was that day, and it was a great show. Turbulence enjoyed it. He done his thing. That was his last show till he went off, and I have one more show now that I'm looking forward to. So big up the Kenyans, eh?
There you go. Why don't you just give a shout out to a few people?
Right.
Whoever you've linked out here that you deserves to have a shout out.
Yeah.
Let them know right
I
now.
want to big up the person who brought me here to this, to the shores. I stick Mariba, first of all. I need to big you up, because this is a big opportunity and I appreciate it so much. So big up yourself for giving me this opportunity to do this. I want to big up my mother, big up my kids back in the UK, you know what I mean? And big up the whole Australia, big up my family here too in Australia, you know? They treat me well as well. Some of my family I haven't seen for like 18 years or whatever from I was a baby in Jamaica. And I see them now, I get to see them while I do my work as well. So they treat me good, they keep me safe now in Melbourne. So most of my family are here in Melbourne, so big up all the people of Melbourne so far, you know. Big up all the promoters. Big up USourceMedia for giving me this interview. This is like the second interview, but this first one face-to-face, and I love what I see. I love the work that they're doing, and they will go places.
There you go.
Respect, you know.
Welcome to USourceMedia, and that's it. We have the 1LawdGad, your host Beans, and we out, yo. We out. Thank you for joining.
Peace. 1LawdGad.
Keep